Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 22nd to the 28th. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. We're going to jump right into it, Scorpio, and we're actually going to do April 22nd to the end of the month, okay? This is because there's 2 days after the 28th that are just really, really big, and you're going to love it. So here's the thing, Scorpio. I want you to remember that new moon total solar eclipse that we had in Aries and that recent Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Those are opening up new paths for you, new cycles, new portals, however you want to call it. Changes are happening. In fact, your daily life may be very different than it was, even from the last year. But this is a week where I want you to pull up a chair, okay? Scorpio, I want you to pull up a chair because we're starting it off this week on the 23rd. That's going to be Tuesday, April 23rd. Full moon in your sign. So we have a full moon in your sign. And this is going to be one that may be a little emotional. It may be a little emotional. There's many reasons why. But before I even tell you, I want you to think back to November 13th, 2023. So just 6 months ago. What was happening around that time for you, okay? I want you to think about that. I want you to really think about, the conversations you were having, maybe, go through your Instagram feed. What were you posting around that time? Just think about anything new that was happening in your life because there could be some sort of culmination now, okay? And it could be a little bit emotional. It is in your sign. Full moons are emotional as they are, but remember, Scorpio, there's, a full moon in Scorpio has a little bit of intensity to it, okay? Now, the other reason why this may be an emotional full moon, as I mentioned in your monthly forecast, is that we know that we're officially in Taurus season, okay? And this full moon is in Scorpio. They're both going to square Pluto that's in Aquarius. So we've got 3 fixed signs at play here. 3 fixed signs that's giving you very, very little wiggle room. Very little wiggle room. So what it's actually requiring from you and asking for you is to use this moment to go deep, to really explore your emotions, to really, really go there. Even, to a point where you're even going deeper than you have before to really unroot things or, maybe have epiphanies around some areas in your life. But this is in your sign. This is in your first house. So it's all about you, your identity, the role that you play. So this is a big, big, big full moon. Even though we have this new path that you're going on, this, new cycle that's happening, this is one of culmination. So something is ending, okay? That's going to really help, this everything else take off, okay? Full moons bring culmination, all right? They bring culmination, a shift, turning point in some matters. So there could be something ending around this time. And again, it could be something, even for y'all, there could be just something that you're really, really focused on with you, okay? With you. And like I said earlier, the role that you play. This full moon in Scorpio, sure, there could be some secrets that come out around this time. You could tell secrets that you've been wanting to tell for a while now. Maybe you're secretly a teenage mutant ninja turtle and you got to tell your friends. You got to tell your friends. And this is a time when you do it. But, here's the other thing. Money matters could be involved around this time. This is a full moon in Scorpio. I mean, you do rule the 8th house, so shared resources or something with inheritance, investments, assets, something around this could come up around this time as well. And intimacy, of course, there could be some matters around intimacy, but even still, just know this is going to be, it's a pink moon, but it's going to be one where you may feel a few days before, a few days after. Remember, we actually on Sunday before this full moon, we did have the Sun square Pluto. All right, so just keep that in mind. There could be something still around home matters, something in your domestic sphere. Now, and I do want you to really, really get a good night's sleep. This is one of those full moons where, every full moon, like I said, is emotional and they illuminate things. But, I always, sometimes I can't sleep during full moons, but this is one that could be just really, really emotional. And even for you, actually, getting in touch with your intuitive side. Pay attention to your dreams. Now, on Thursday, the 25th, great news. Mercury goes direct. Mercury goes direct. Mercury is no longer retrograde. Okay. Now, I call them the bookends. It's the day that Mercury goes retrograde and the day that Mercury goes direct are actually the ones that are just highly charged through the Mercury retrograde period. So keep that in mind. There could be still some miscommunication or whatnot, but just know Mercury is finally going direct. It's staying in Aries though. Okay. It's staying in Aries until May 15th. So again, daily activities, your routines. This is all your sixth house, health and fitness, even pets could be there, but work is a big thing. There could be some more clarity around work, more communication finally falling in line for you in terms of work. Now, on Sunday, April 28th, wow, this is the day. Okay, so Mars conjuncting Neptune. So this is a big one, okay? So this is a conjunction. So as you know, they're powerful, really powerful charges. It's a very interesting one, to say the least, okay? Because Mars and Neptune couldn't be any more different. They are so different. But now they're just, it's like, it's like, I don't know, it's like someone, like a parent forcing their kid to hang out with another kid, the other kid's goth and this kid is like a jock and like y'all gotta hang out. It's like one of those. Mars and Neptune's like Argh. So here's the thing. You want to use Mars to really boost your spirituality. Okay, we're talking about Neptune here. All right, your spirituality, imagination. You could be very creative this time, and the reason why it's such an interesting aspect is because there could be a tendency where it could be possible where Mars is actually, Mars being very aggressive, trying to push into that illusion side of Neptune, that fantasy side of Neptune. Okay. So, and Neptune's a little naughty too. Okay. Neptune's a little naughty too. And, could bring a little bit of deception around some things. It's just a little murkiness, but it's more like fog. We call it like the fog of Neptune. And so you want to use Mars to cut through that fog, okay? You want to use your intuition as well to cut through that fog and apply any of the energies of today toward your imagination and intuition. That's what's going to where you want to drive it, okay? And you want to feel really inspired. So basically what I'm saying is that this is a day where you could be highly like in your fantasies. So have a foot in reality, have a foot on the ground, okay? The other thing is actually it is going to be happening in your fifth house. So it could have to do with things that bring you pleasure. So it could just, again, be a lot of like Alice in Wonderland feeling. It's also family, children, love, relationships. This is all fifth house. Fifth house matters. And creativity as well. Okay. So to be honest, you could just have this really big burst of creativity, okay? But when I say have a big burst of creativity, you could, think that you are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and go on the street and tell everybody that you are one. And do you know what I mean? Like, just have a foot on the ground this day. All right, I trust you, Scorpio. We got that. We got that bond. Now, on the 30th now. Okay. No, the 29th, okay? I am doing this reading while Mercury is retrograde. On the 29th, okay, this is Monday now. Okay, so now we're moving into Monday, and this is why I'm talking about the 29th and 30th is because the 29th, Venus moves into Taurus. Wow, wow, wow. Venus is the ruling planet for Taurus, and so Venus is at home. Venus is in her domicile. Venus feels good. Venus is in her... This is just so nice, and this is all about comfort. This is comfort. This is love. This is sensuality, and even when I say sensuality, even like all your five senses really enhance. You seeing the beauty in things. There's so much beauty in this aspect. It's pleasure, it's comfort, even loyalty and commitment energy is really heightened around this time. It really is this feel good aspect, treating others and treating yourself with kindness. And when I say treating yourself, remember Venus also rules beauty in addition to money and love and relationships. So go get a spa treatment. This is a major slowdown, okay? From Venus in Aries, which is fiery, and Venus moving into Taurus, a lot more grounded, okay? So it's a big slowdown into this slow dance of life. It's just so beautiful. And Venus is going to be here for a few weeks. Now, Venus in Taurus, Venus has now joined Jupiter, the Sun, and Uranus in Taurus, which rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Wow. Wow, things are going to be really good in that department, whether love, whether career, what the one-on-one relationships that, are significant to you. So just remember to prioritize yourself too around this time. I really want you to soak in this Venus in Taurus aspect. Again, it'll be here for a few weeks until May 23rd. Now, on April 30th, Venus will square Pluto. So keep this in mind. This is still another square with Pluto, which rules, Pluto being in Aquarius, your fourth house. And as you know, Pluto is your ruler. So your ruling planet. So domestic matters, there could be something there. There could be some, maybe not seeing eye to eye with someone at home, maybe parents, children, significant other. It could even be like a realtor. We're talking about home matters here. So real estate could even be a thing. But even still, this is just be cool. Just be cool. You're going to be fine. This is one of those squares where it's definitely going to be power trippy, power struggles. There could even be maybe some control, like someone wanting a little bit more control. They're like authority figures as well. Just be cool this day. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good, okay? It honestly really could do with a partner, to be honest, because you remember Venus has moved into the seventh house at this point. So even like a colleague, but the fact that Pluto is in Aquarius, definitely something could resonate more with, home for y'all. All right. But, and definitely don't start a new relationship this day. If you are single, this is definitely a day where it's more just about, doing your Miss America smile. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just be open to compromise, okay? Be open to compromise. Remember, Venus is all about diplomacy, okay? Now, on the same day, Mars moves into Aries. So not only do we have Venus in her home sign, now we have Mars in his home sign. And remember, Mars has been aching to get out of Pisces. Mars has just been like, okay, let me just hop into my house. So Mars is finally happy being home in Aries. And when Mars is in Aries, boom, boom, boom. All systems go. You will be on a mission. You will be fired up, going after your passions, all that drive, all that ambition. You may find yourself really busy too. Again, Aries rules your sixth house, so everyday activity. So things are going to pick up for you, okay? Things are going to pick up for you, but you will definitely feel this charge. And, it is the two cosmic lovebirds in their home signs. So anyway, let's see what's going on for you, okay? And by the way, Mars in Aries, that's until June. Wow. All right. So you see what's happening for May, which I've been hinting at. I don't think I've been hinting. I've been blatantly saying it. May is the best month of 2024, the luckiest month of 2024. So you have Venus in Taurus and Mars in Aries throughout that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you for April 22nd to the end of the month. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, you are absolutely welcome to. As you know, by the way, the full moon in your sign, and Venus moving into Samasa. So the moon and Venus, very, very, very active this week. Okay, so if you know your birth chart. All right, so Scorpio, let's get started. I was going to say I do a traditional cult across spread, really does offer the best overview. If we need a pull clarifier, Scorpio, I got you, okay? The other thing is, Scorpio, I love y'all. Come on, Scorpios. I don't know where that came from, but maybe Mercury being retrograde. Okay, yeah, you are definitely gonna have some. You're gonna have some time to really think about. This is a thinker of a week. This is a thinker of a week for you. Okay, this is definitely gonna be a thinker. You're definitely looking forward. As in, you're thinking about your future. Okay, you're thinking about your future. There's gonna be this full moon in Scorpio. Just really pay attention to it, okay? Really, really, really pay attention to it. And just be willing to handle any energies around this day. Now, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Great. There's been changes. Okay. You could have been thinking about changes too. You could be thinking about big changes. Now, you could have also had spent a lot of time thinking about everything, a lot of things that you've really poured your heart into, maybe, blood, sweat, and tears. Really just think about what you've invested in up until this point. Now, there could be a moment where you had to pause because the Seven of Pentacles came up in your recent past, and you could still be having that pause, really, again, reassessing a lot of things, not only, your past, especially with Mercury still retrograde for the first half of the week, but also your future. Okay. Take that pause, take that break, ask yourself, are the things that I'm investing in, is it something that I really want moving forward? Where should I put my energies? A lot of y'all may be thinking about that, okay? And a lot of y'all may be also really thinking about how far you have come and be grateful for how far you've come. And you may be appreciating those moments in your life and taking that time out. But while you take that time out to, really think about not only your past, what you've done to get to the point where you're at, but thinking about how far you can go, map out, even, journal, do what you got to do, but map things out for your future and just have that goal for yourself, because it seems like a lot of y'all may have made some adjustments and sure, interestingly, Seven of Pentacles is a Taurus card. Okay. So, partnerships and relationships. So it could have to do, again, could be career, could be, love or something, but there could be just something like, okay, we've gotten to this point. Let me move forward. How do I do that? What do I need to do to get there? And you are going to definitely take that time. You got the Hermit in the heart of your spread. Okay. So the Hermit is someone who is full of wisdom, right? So full of wisdom that in the medieval times when tarot came out, people would trek for weeks to get that sage wisdom from that hermit that lived in the cave. Okay. So this is really great in the heart of your spread, because remember what I said, really going deep this week. And this is someone who goes really deep. He does hold the lantern. He has a lantern light. Okay. He wants to see what's ahead of him. He wants to know what's coming, what's coming in his future. But you can only see so far with lantern light. Okay. So that's why you have to go within. He's gone within. All right. This is a card of soul searching. All right. So it really is you taking that time this week to process things. Okay. Process things, stay grounded, stay in the present. Okay. Whether you're thinking about, how far you've come in the past, or, the work that you've invested in getting to this point, and your future, right? You can even see his staff here. I'm trying to do a sound effect. It's like right in the ground. Okay. I can't do it. So it's right in the ground. So he's rooted in the present as he looks into the future. All right. So remember what I said with that Mars conjunct Neptune, where things can be a little foggy. It could be a little right. So just remember to have a foot in the ground, be grounded in the present, be aware in the moment. Okay. Be aware of your surroundings. That's what's really going to help. Be aware of everything that you're doing. Have that awareness, that awareness, the word that I made up, awareness and clarity. Okay, so this is also, interestingly enough here, the Hermit is attributed to Virgo, and Virgo rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams and your future goals anyway. So again, this may be a week where you go really deep to think about, laying out your plan, for your master plan for your future, because you also got the Nine of Pentacles, who's also Virgo. All right. And so this card is actually attributed to Venus in Virgo, which is really great. You see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. You see the pentacles stacked up by her side. She's standing in her garden, all that abundance. That's what you want. That's really great. And you can get there. You can get there. Okay. Just have that mindset. All right. Visualize where you want to be in your future. Visualization is, manifestation is attraction, right? So visualize things. This is really great because she is, there's a sense of independence with her, the sense of freedom, the sense of like, okay, like I've really earned my spot. Don't have to worry about money. I don't have to stress about this. She's comfortable. She's cool. She's good. She's good. Okay. A lot of enlightenment here too. So there is this sense of you just feeling, I really do want you to I want you to treat yourself. Okay. I want you to treat yourself. It's like y'all have been working so hard. Y'all have been going through so much. Not only this eclipse in Aries, we had so many planets in Aries, the North Node in Aries, all in your sixth house, everyday activities. Y'all have been busy. So take some time out. You also got the Eight of Wands. All right. You have the Eight of Wands and the root of your spread. This is really interesting here. Really interesting. So a lot of y'all may have money on your mind. But there is, and you also have the Page of Swords. Okay. So the Page of Swords in your challenge area. And so definitely don't do anything like, this is just really doubling down on that soul searching thing, like really being grounded in the present, really thinking about what you want. The Page of Swords, really great guy. I like him. He's got the best man bun in all of tarot. He's young, he's eager, he's enthusiastic, he's ready to get going. He wants to learn how to wield that sword. He wants to be the king of swords, yet he's got that impatience about him, that impulsiveness about him. So in your challenge area here, so they're just do that. Do that soul search. Take some time for yourself, okay? Take some time for yourself, all right, this week, and just really, really have that moment so you have a clear idea of your future. The other thing is, there could be someone that is exactly what I said. Someone who was just like, yeah, okay, and maybe someone that could be a little. You're just like, okay. That could be that the Pluto square where someone is just not seeing eye to eye with you, but more in like an annoying way, right? More in an, it's like, when you go camping, let's say Scorpio, let's say you're going camping. Okay. You just did like this 20 mile hike with your friends and y'all all agree. Y'all say, okay, let's take a break. Let's take a 10-minute break. We'll eat our protein bars. We'll, drink some water, things like that. There's that one person 2 minutes into the break that's like, all right, y'all, let's get going. Let's do it. Right. So that's that not seeing eye to eye. You're like, I haven't even opened my Gatorade. Like that's that not seeing eye to eye where, so it's more like that kind of energy that's coming through. So keep that in mind. You may have to just be cool. Keep your stingers in. Okay. Now, again, 801s, really great. Okay. A lot of movement in the Eight of Wands. It's in the root of your spread. This is, this week you could start feeling a lot of movement, okay? A lot of movement, especially around you, especially in your physical world is something that I'm picking up. Like there's things that are picking up. And again, you already have a lot of stuff happening for you, but in your day-to-day, here's the other thing. You could be in a place where you start thinking about, having a lot more movement toward your goals. There could be that clarity that you get once Mercury goes direct, conversations you have, like I said earlier, there could be something there, but this is really great. Ones are all about your passions or even ideas. Remember that creative spark that you may feel this week. I really love this for you, okay? The wands are also completely aligned, all right? They're zipping through the air, completely aligned here. So there could be a sense of you feeling that things are finally aligning for me, all right? Now, you got the Five of Cups in your future. Interestingly, a Scorpio card. It's actually Mars in Scorpio, but it's nonetheless a Scorpio card in your future. Now, this is a challenge card, right? And this is a card where, ironically, remember what I said, that full moon in Scorpio, it's that emotions going deep, really just exploring your emotions. This is all about emotional healing, okay? That full moon in Scorpio has that element of healing to it as well, okay? As one chapter closes, as something culminates, as there's a turning point, time to move forward. So there could be something around this full moon in Scorpio that you're just like, bummer, okay, bummer. This, it may take a little bit longer for you to have to work with your emotions around this time, okay. But just know that you see the two cups right behind him. Okay, there's hope in every card, by the way. And so all you've got to do is look up, do that emotional healing. It's necessary, okay? Because when you do that emotional healing, your heart's open, okay? And you have that love and you have that self-love and that unconditional love for yourself, which I said with Venus and Taurus anyway. You just want that you're going to feel that. And I want you to, prioritize yourself, treat yourself. This is going to be very interesting because so what I was going to say, I pulled a clarifier for you, but what I was going to say is that it does seem like the only thing that would get in your way would be yourself. And it's because something may happen. And I'm not even getting an energy of like, okay, this is going to be like, it's going to be emotional, impactful for sure. But it's more like, it has to end for all these new energies, all these new things that you want, that you're looking out for your future to happen. And then there you go. You've got the Ace of Wands. Hello, did you see your last week's reading? It is exactly what you wanted. And now it's in your future, okay? So you really got to let things, you got to, really it is just going deep this week, okay? When you go deep, you're going to have some emotions, okay? Cups are emotions, right? And so he's looking back to the past. He's looking back to the past. It is now time to do that emotional healing and to move forward and to look forward, because that's what you want to do here. Look, you have the Eight of Wands. This is all moving forward. This is all moving forward. He's looking into his future. So take that time out. Take that time out to, still reassess things, okay? And if you are spending time thinking about the past, there may be a point where you're going to have to, say, okay, well, I've learned from that experience, or I've grown from that experience. And now I've got the Ace of Wands, this new opportunity falling into my lap. I have this new work related. It could be a passion. It could be, again, an idea of yours. It could be something creative. Again, you have that movement here. And now you have the Ace of Wands. Ace is ushering in that new change, new beginnings, new opportunities. You have it's the thing that you want, you're gonna get, but you're gonna have to make room for it, is all I'm saying. All right, so Scorpio, let's get to your stuff. Okay, I'm curious. Scorpio, if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And y'all are amazing. You know that. Oh yeah, and you're good. You know that you're good. Yeah, you listen. Four of Cups. Come on. So here's the interesting thing. Four of Cups is, it's, when I say emotional, you may really, really feel it. Now, and one of the reasons why is this card is actually attributed to Moon in Cancer. And so that's, the moon is associated with Cancer in astrology. Anyway, interesting here, right? Because there is that emotional depth that comes with like Moon in Cancer, and even intuition and Cups, emotion and intuition. Now, the Hand of Spirit only comes out in the Aces, okay? Other than the Four of Cups. And so this is a very significant card, and it's saying that there may be something. This card is highly associated with like boredom and apathy, and I say it's, and I'm not saying that any of y'all are bored or or whatnot, but this week this card is more of like a test. I always say it's like a test of your gratitude, being grateful for the things that you do have, okay? And whatever does come through, being grateful for that, okay? Because every, life is all about experiences. Change is the only constant in this world, and you're about to go through some really big change here, and you already are. But you see his reaction when the Hand of Spirit offers him that cup, okay? Think of that as the Ace of Cups. Look at his reaction, okay? Crossing off his heart, okay? Like that. So again, that self-love is going to be really important, but also appreciating the things that you have in your life, and even just acknowledging that, being grateful for the things that you have, and just even acknowledging the fact that some people don't even get opportunities out there. Okay, so this is just, again, testing your gratitude and really, really having that moment, just knowing that it's your energy. Like, I talk about energy all the time. I'm not going to now, but like energy, you always want to vibrate at the highest frequency. Albert Einstein himself said, match the frequency of the reality you want. You can't help but get that reality. So always be vibrating with, like, being in touch with your super conscious. Now, you've got the 10 of Wands. Okay. So in your external factors area, it seems like there may be someone that's part of your path here. Again, you already have a lot of, energy in your partnerships and relationship sector, but there could be someone that is just really working hard, really, 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 really working hard, to the point of like even like burnout. But I feel like that you may have to be that person to, it's, again, it almost seems like, I think did I say it earlier? Like, this journey that you're on, there may be someone else on it with you, but there could be something there, and that may be something that you're really exploring, and even on this really deep emotional level. All right, but there is a sense of there is gonna be a big squeeze for this next cycle. 10 is the end of the suit, right? It's the end of the suit. So 1 0 equals 1. There's something new coming after this. Now, it could also be you. It could be you part of this equation where you just feel like you're working. Take that time out to go within, to spend some time with yourself, to treat yourself, to visualize that future that you want for yourself. Okay, now it's got the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, really great, because it's looking, you want this new opportunity. You want to be working with people. There's a lot of it's like you have people surrounded around you. All right, and so think about that. I always say with this card, well, this is all about teamwork. The 3 of Pentacles, teamwork does make the dream work. All right. So, but at the core of the card, it's bonding, right? Bonding is so nice. And so I really want you to have that. I want you to be able to work with other people and, essentially just bond on this level where it's, bonding itself like raises your oxytocin levels, right? It's a love hormone. You would know about it. You're Scorpios. It's it's like even getting a hug raises your oxytocin. But anyway, but for a lot of y'all, it could be work related, but it, could even be relationship related, partnership related, but just working with others for success. It seems like there's going to be, there's people part of your journey. Now, King of Pentacles in your final outcome, you're good. All right. You're good. You're great. You're the King of Pentacles. This is absolutely amazing. He is the richest king, a lot of wealth here. This is someone who's very practical, very pragmatic. So he's a big provider, by the way. He's a big provider and a big protector. And it seems like you are going to be in that role, okay, with a lot of wealth. And pentacles are your physical reality as well. Okay, they're earthbound, so it's your physical realm. So wealth in, your career, wealth in family, wealth in your relationships, however, whatever resonates with you. But what is really great about this, remember, you already have Venus in Taurus. It's happening this week, next week. But all this energy in Taurus, the sun in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter, the planet of luck, in Taurus, in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And I bring that up because he's Taurus. I mean, you see the bulls in his throne. Okay, so could be a lot of energy you feel around there, but a lot of y'all could be moving into something new and great, career-wise or even work-wise, or whatever you're passionate about. There could be something there that is definitely opening up this door of wealth and prosperity and success, with that protector energy, like really protecting for your squad and your family, whoever it is that, is important with, for you on this path forward. But anyway, Scorpio, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from you, Scorpio. Next week we are doing May. Yeah. May, it's a big month. It's a big month. All right. So Scorpio, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.